So this is GarageBand. We're going to take a new document now. So I'm going to go File, New, and don't save. When it starts up, you can take an empty project. There are all these other types of projects to take, which will give you some instruments already set up. But we're going to choose an empty project. And these are the three different types of track. There are software instrument, and that allows you to play sounds from within the computer. So they're computer generated sounds. This audio one is for if you have a real instrument like your voice, you want to record it through a microphone or a guitar or something like that. And the drummer is a computer generated drum track. So we're going to start with this software instrument and press create. Now this musical typing doesn't come up by default. You have to choose show musical typing. And now when I press any of these or any of these keys on the keyboard, it will give me a sound through this classic electric piano. So just as a simple record, we can hit record here and I can choose that. Once I've finished, I now have this, which is effectively what's called a MIDI track. So if I double click on that, I'll close this musical typing. This is giving me what I played for each note. Okay. Now you can change the lengths of these notes by dragging them out or in, making them shorter or longer. You can use this quantize function where if you choose, say, a half note, it will move your note so that it snaps to the closest beat. So I'll just undo that. And so if I go to, say, eighth note, you can see that these are the bars divided into 8 measures, and so that's snapping them there, or snapping it to the note. This velocity is how loud that particular note is. So at the moment, all these notes are all the same volume, and we can adjust that by turning that up, and now that last one will be a higher volume than everything else. So MIDI is great because you can take these, and now if I put it in the wrong spot I can move it, and if I play the wrong note I can change the pitch of it as well. Okay. With this MIDI track I can also change the sound of it. So here we've got vintage electric pianos. We could go to a brass section of trombones maybe, and now when I play this, it sounds like trombones playing that. So there's a whole range of different instruments in here. We can choose a choir, and however long we make those notes, that's how long they'll sing for. Okay, so if we want to add a track now, we can choose add, so that one there, and then that will give you a choice for adding something different. So if I choose audio here, I can record using a microphone or a line input. Now these Macs don't actually have a line input, so you couldn't do it like that. So you couldn't plug a guitar or something straight into it. You would need what's called an interface. But we might be able to organise something like that for you. We can also record a guitar, and it will have some guitar pedals that you can use to make your guitar sound real. So if you're a guitarist, you can hook that up as well. So if we take this microphone one, this is going to create an audio track, and that allows me then to take these audio loops, which is in this little one over here, and now I can take these, and I'll just click on that and hit delete. And so I get an audio loop, and I can also take that, and where the little icon gets a little sort of round loop sign, we can pull that out, and that will just continue to loop around. Okay, just like a real guitar would. So let's add now a drum track to that. So I can click over here again, choose drummer, click create, and now I've got this rock drummer, and this is really cool because I'm just going to use these buttons here to turn this one off. This is the mute button, so if I click on that one, that's mute. If I click on that one, that's solo, so you only hear that track. It'll mute everything else. And this one here is to avoid feedback, so that when you're recording something, you won't hear like a sort of high squealing sound. So I'm just going to mute that track. And now my drummer, if I play this little dot here, I can change this from simple over here to complex. And when I do that, it makes the drum track a lot more detailed. I can also change the volume of it by pulling this down to be soft. And as you can tell there, as I went to this track here, right, they're actually split. They're two totally different things. So I need to make sure that I get this one right, and then I can loop it. So if I go back here, so that's soft, I can bring it up there, so that's going to be simple, and then I can change the loudness. So now with the loudness as well, you can take this little volume switch here and bring this down, and that will change the overall volume of your track. The other thing that you can do as well is use this one here, which is the pan tool, to put it all the way in your left ear. So that's only going to come out of the left speaker. It's only coming out of the left speaker at the moment, or you can put it all the way to the right, or whatever you like to do. So you can, when you put on headphones, you'll really notice the difference there. So they're the basics of creating some tracks and editing them in GarageBand. Next time we're going to put in a MIDI track that's already made for us, and we're going to make some tracks louder and softer using automation.